This is the water cycle. One of the steps is evaporation. Evaporation is when the physical state of water is changed from a liquid state to a gaseous state. Typically, solar radiation and other factors such as air temperature, vapor pressure, wind, and atmospheric pressure impact the amount of natural evaporation that takes place in any geographic area. Evaporation can occur on raindrops and on free water surfaces such as seas and lakes. When puddles from the rain disappear, or if you hang your wet clothes out to dry, the water evaporates into the air. We see this a lot on campus as there is evaporation everywhere. It has been raining a lot recently, and the rain leaves a lot of puddles down by the lake. When those disappear, they will have evaporated. The next step in the water cycle is condensation. Water vapor most frequently converts from vapor to a liquid through a process called condensation. Dew, fog, or clouds are created when water vapor condenses into minute airborne particles. Sea salts, atmospheric ions produced by lightning, and combustion products including sulfurous and nitrous acids are the most active particles that make clouds. Cooling the air or raising the vapor content until it reaches its saturation threshold will cause condensation. We can frequently see condensation as dew on grass, fog in the air, and being able to see our breath when it is cold. We can see examples of condensation on campus when it's foggy in the morning near the lake, and when it's particularly cold in the one morning and we are able to see our breath. Another step in the water cycle is precipitation. When water vapor of any kind falls from the atmosphere and onto the ground, the process is known as precipitation. The coalescence process and the ice formation process are the two sub-processes that cause clouds to release precipitation. Water drops are exposed to gravity and frictional drag once they reach a certain size. Smaller drops can descend more quickly and be overrun in order to join and merge with the lead drop thanks to the cumulus weight that a falling drop creates. The creation of ice crystals is another possible sub-process. It happens when ice forms in chilly clouds or cloud formations located high in the atmosphere where freezing temperatures prevail. The crystals grow to a critical size and drop as snow or ice pellets. Sometimes, as the pellets fall through lower elevation air, they change and melt into raindrops. The water can adhere to objects on or near the planet's surface, or it can be carried over and through the land into stream channels, or it may penetrate the soil, or may be intercepted by plants. We can see examples of precipitation on campus through rain and snow as the main forms. Another step in the water cycle is interception. In the series of transportation events leading to streams, intercepting the flow of water is the procedure. The interception may occur under a layer of vegetation or as a depression stored in puddles and other land features like rills and furrows. When it initially starts to rain, falling on leaves and other organic materials spread out in a thin layer or gathers at edges and points. When a surface material's maximum surface storage capacity is reached, the substance stores extra water as expanding drops around its edges. Water eventually falls to the earth when the weight of the drops exceed the surface tension. Water can be released from organic material by wind and the impact of raindrops. Examples of this on campus are after it rains, the leaves still drip water due to interception. Infiltration. The physical process of infiltration involves the passage of water through the region at the soil-atmosphere interface. Conditions at the soil surface control the surface phenomenon. The porosity and permeability of the soil profile affect how easily water moves through the soil. The infiltration rate typically depends on several factors, including the texture and structure of the soil, initial soil moisture content, the decreasing water concentration as the water moves deeper into the soil, the filling of the pores in the soil matrices, changes in the soil composition, and the swelling of the wet soils, which in turn close soil cracks. Examples of infiltration on campus are when rainwater gets absorbed into the ground after it rains.
Transpiration. Biological activity that takes place largely during the day is transpiration. Through many little leaf holes, water inside plants is transported from the plant to the atmosphere as water vapor. Plants transpire to transport nutrients to their upper parts and to chill their sun-exposed leaves. Examples of transpiration on campus are when it rains and the plants and trees absorb the water through their roots. Well, that's all I have for you. I have to go trick-or-treating now.